Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning, yogis. So, this morning I wanted to do a little easy yoga. Just do a little easy yoga. How are you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Good to see you guys. Perfect. So, if you have some blocks at home, make sure you grab maybe one, or if you have two, grab two blocks for yourself. And then if you need a strap, grab a strap as well. Good to see you, Kati. And then you guys ready? Good to see you. Good morning, Les. Then let's get going. We're gonna get started onto our backs. Bring the soles of the feet together and letting the knees to go out to the side. And as I mentioned, if you came a little later, then we're gonna use blocks and straps if you have those. If you don't have those, don't worry, you're gonna be able to do that without it as well. All right, let's get going. We're gonna lay down onto our backs. Keep the knees bent, soles of the feet down into the mat. You come down all the way onto your back. Then bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees to fall out to the side. Place your left palm onto your heart, your right palm onto your belly. Gently tuck the chin to the chest. Softly tuning with the breath. Without changing the pattern of the breath, just tuning in with the rhythm of the breath, the natural rhythm of the breath. Just start to notice the reaction of your body as you focus on the breath. With each inhale, feel that beautiful filling up the lung sensation, filling up the soul sensation with new positive energy. And with each and every exhale, you feel how you're releasing the tension from the body, from the mind, from the soul. Start to feel how you're opening your hips by letting the knees to fall out to the side, softening the inner thighs, inner groins, softening the whole back body down to the mat, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing all the muscles around the face. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and slowly sigh it out. Let it all go. Empty out the lungs. Empty out the body. One more time just like that. Deep inhale in through the nose. Fill up the lungs all the way to the top. Then open your mouth. Audible slow release throughout the mouth. Let it out. Let it all go. Good job. Gently blink your eyes open. Keep your focus on your breath. Guide your knees together and pull the knees onto your chest. Just give yourself a gentle squeeze, a gentle hug. Draw little circles with the knees to the right. And draw some circles to the left. Massaging out your lower back. Release the sole of the left foot down to the mat. And pull the right knee to your chest. Then extend the left leg all the way forward. Push the back of the left knee down and pull the right knee into that shoulder socket. Pull the belly in. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Find a gentle supine twist. Start to guide your right knee out to the left side. So if you have a block and you feel like this is too harsh, you like to give a little bit of an ease for your lower back, then place the block underneath that right knee, that top knee. Let your right knee to come down to that mat, to that block. Gently turn the gaze over the right shoulder. With each inhale, find more length through the spine. With each exhale, twist a little deeper. Good job. Gently come back to center. Hug both knees to your chest. Then place the sole of the left foot down to the mat. Hug the left knee to your chest. And slowly start to slide your right heel all the way forward. Guide your left knee out to that shoulder socket. Hug the chin to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Maybe bring that block with you and place the block underneath your left knee as you twist and turn. It's a great place to have that block so you don't go too deep into the posture too early. Finding a nice twist through the spine. Good job. Come back to center. Hug both knees onto your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Now release the soles of the feet down to the mat and cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Lift up the left leg, elevate the hands behind the left leg. Now start to feel your sit bones. Feel how both sit bones are equally pushing back towards the back of the mat. So you're not favoring the left sit bone to push it further forward or the right sit bone. You're pushing them back towards the back of the mat in the same time. Flex the right foot towards the right knee and soften the right knee away from your face. Good, then switch it out to the other side. Cross the left ankle on top of the right knee and allow the hands behind your right hamstring. And even if you know that you can go deeper into this posture, maybe just stay in this basic variation and then just watch your sit bones for this first one. See if you can push the sit bones towards the back of the mat in the same time as you're flexing the left foot and softening the left knee away from the body. Good, release, hug both knees back onto your chest. You're going to come into a gentle happy baby. Grab behind the knees, place your hands onto the backs of the knees and pull the knees into the shoulder socket. Now in the same time, can you stack the ankles on top of the knees and flex your feet? Tuck the chin to the chest and pull those knees into the shoulder socket. Good job. Slowly release, hug the knees back onto your chest. You're going to go into a plank pose, hoping that I have enough room behind me. Start to swing the legs up and over. Keep a bend into the knees and support your lower back for this first one. Just feel that nice stretch throughout the spine. Your toes are maybe down to the mat, maybe they're not. You're stretching out the whole lower back. Keeping the knees bent. Just being gentle here. Keep supporting the lower back. Roll all the way back down onto the mat. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Bring your fingers behind the ears and crunch up to your knees. And slowly lower it back down. Then exhale, crunch back up. Just to awaken the core slightly. We're not going to go into a crazy core workout. Just want to bring the awareness into the middle part of the body. Exhale as you crunch and lift up. Keep the elbows open, pushing the elbows out to the side. 5 more with the breath, nice and slow. 4, shh, slow it down. 3, shh, lift with the muscles, good job. 2, shh, and lift it up as 1, shh. Hold it there, bring the knees into the tabletop position. Crunch up to your knees, keep the shoulder blades away from the mat. Stretch the right leg forward, keep the left knee bent. Then switch them out, stretch the left leg forward, keep the right knee bent. Then keep the left leg there, reach the right leg to meet the left, and reach the fingertips all the way towards the toes. Hold it there, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Nice job. Hug the knees onto your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Then rock and roll back and forth onto your mat. Make your way all the way into tabletop position. Hands and knees. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers. Keep the back of the neck long. Point the toes to the back of the room. Engage your core and start to go through a couple cats and cows. Round your spine and arch your spine. Inhale as you lift up the gaze. Exhale as you tuck the chin to the chest. Couple more on your own. Just really ride that breath. Feel the full inhale and the full exhale as you move in your spine. Good job. Come back into a tabletop position. Now you're going to come into a modified side plank. Keep the right palm down. Turn your right toes out to the side so you have better balance. So my right toe went behind my right knee. My left leg is continue the line of the right wrist, right knee. Alright, so a nice long energy line. Lift the left arm to the sky. And first, feel how you're lifting up from the right shoulder, reaching the energy all the way to the left fingers. Now pull the belly in and slowly float the left foot up and away from the mat. Flex the back foot and reach the top arm all the way forward. Find a beautiful long energy line through the entire left side body. Deep inhale, hold it here as you exhale. Now slowly bend your back leg and reach your left arm back to grab the foot or ankle and start to kick into your palm. Open up through the chest, maybe kick the foot a little bit further behind you. Good job. And slowly come on back into your extension. Release the left foot down to the mat. Keep your core engaged. Reach the energy up to the left fingers and slowly float your chest up to center. Your right knee is right underneath the crown of the head. Your arms are extending out to the side. Your left leg is still strong and straight. Then slowly release the left arm down. Reach the right arm to the sky. Lengthen out from the right side body. Feel that stretching out all the way through the right side of your beautiful body. Good job. Slowly come on back. Down onto your hands and knees. Turn back to tabletop. Do one more round of cat and cow. Inhale, lift up the gaze, tailbone, exhale. Tuck the chin to the chest. Come back into a neutral position. Turn the left toes out. Turn to the side for the modified side plank. Reach the right arm to the ceiling. Lift up from the left shoulder. Reach the energy to the right fingers. Good. Now keeping the lifting sensation from the left shoulder. Don't sink into your left wrist. Start to float the right foot up and away from the mat. Keep your core engaged, but see if you can keep the breath flowing through the body, in and out through the nose. Lengthen through the body, deep inhale, and slowly start to bend your top leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. Gently kick into that foot. Feel that opening through the right frontal hip bone. Feel that opening through the psoas, especially on the right side. Then gently with control, reach the right leg back, right arm up. Slowly release the right foot down to the mat. Press into the outer arch of the right foot with a strong core. Rise up into your gate pose. Pull the belly in, keep the right leg long. And exhale, lean over your right leg. Reach the left arm to the ceiling. Lift up from the waistline. Take a deep inhale. See if you can go a little bit deeper as you exhale. And midline the arms down to the mat. Come on back into your tabletop position, all fours. Slide your hands a couple more inch forward. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips high for your downward facing dog. Spread the fingers away from each other. Press into all 10 knuckles. Feel how you pulling the energy from the ground, from the wrists to the elbows, all the way to the shoulders. Now you wrap the tricep muscles down towards the earth and spin your bicep muscles up to the ceiling. Bend both knees and see if you can lengthen through the spine even more without dropping the chest down to the mat. Keep the lifted sensation in your chest so your spine is nice and long from the tailbone all the way to the fingers. Now maybe slowly start to soften the backs of the knees and maybe start to straighten out through the legs as you soften the heels down towards the earth. You come on high onto your tippy toes, stretch out your feet, then roll both heels towards the back right corner of the mat. Feel the weight into the left and the right palm equally. And come back to center and roll both heels towards the back left corner of the mat. So good. Feel that stretch. Try not to rush these feelings. Good. Come back to center. Release the heels down to the mat. And walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Coming into your ragdoll, into your uttanasana. Grab onto your opposite elbows and just allow the whole upper body to melt over the lower body. Feel the body a bit more into your big toe mount, into your pinky toe mount. And feel how your heels are getting a little softer onto the mat. So good. Bring the hands behind your lower back. Now, in and out the hands. Bring the heels of the hands together and squeeze the shoulder blades, but keep the thumbs onto your lower back sacrum. Now, squeeze the shoulder blades together as much as you can. Like I'm coming over and pushing the elbows together. Now keep them squeezing together. Just start to lift the fist up towards the ceiling. Should go into a deeper opening through the chest, through the shoulders. Squeezing the heels of the hands together. Allowing the crown of the head to come down deeper. Maybe the forehead comes closer to the shins. Maybe your legs go a little straighter. Slowly start to bend your elbows. Release the fist back down onto your lower back sacrum. And switch to interlock. Place the opposite index finger on top. Then first, keeping the thumbs onto your lower back sacrum, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then slowly keeping the heels of the hands together, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the fist up and away from the mat. Awesome job. Release the forehead down towards the mat. And slowly release. Good. Bring the hands down to the mat. Now again, this is a great place to use a block. We're going to go into a little twist. You can place a block right underneath your shoulders. Place the left hand down, bend your left leg and place your right palm onto your lower back sacrum. If you're really not bendy in your hamstrings, you can lift up the block even higher. You can release the block to the lowest one. If you don't need that, you can be on your hands, on your fingertips. But make your lower back sacrum flat first. Pull the belly in, keep the spine long, and then reach the right arm to the ceiling. But instead of tossing the right arm back behind your chest, can you reach the right fingertips up to the ceiling as your right fingertips are the extension of your right shoulder? And then slowly release. You either using that block, then place the right palm onto that block, the left palm onto your lower back sacrum, you bend your right leg. Then slowly lift the left arm to the sky, but see how your left fingers are the extension of the left shoulder. You're not just bringing the arms back behind you and giving yourself the illusion that you are doing a deep twist, right? Lengthening from the spine, inhale, and maybe twist a little bit deeper as you exhale. Then release the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet, mat distance apart, but point your toes forward and keep pointing the heels back. So your feet are perfectly parallel, they just mat distance apart. Then you're gonna drop the hips down, like you're trying to sit in a mini chair behind you, but there is no mini chair behind you. You can keep the fingertips down to the mat or lift up the arms and then see if you can bring your chest in between the inner thighs. Reach the arms forward like you're holding a block. So from the tailbone to the fingertips, you created one long energy line. You're really nicely going deep into those hip joints. Take a deep inhale. Good job. Release the hands down to the mat. Now point the toes out and then sit down into your malasana. So we got into malasana in this yogi squat. And if you feel like this is not happening, my heels are not going down to the mat, you have a couple options. You can first try to walk the feet a little wider away from each other. You create more space for your hips to sit down. Then you just have to work on lifting up the spine. Or you can always grab a block and then sit on the block. All right, that can be your modification. And of course, the block is adjustable to any height. Couple breaths here. Now, if you're sitting on the block, just work on sitting upright on the block. If you're down all the way without the block, you can go into a twist. Your left hand goes down and your right arm reaches up and over. Use the left tricep to push the left inner knee back. Lift up from the waistline, keep the spine long, and come back to center. Bring the hands to your heart and twist all the way to the other side. Push the right tricep into the right inner knee and come back to center, hands at your heart. Release the hands down to the mat, lift up your hips, and then slowly toe heel your feet back into mat, into hip distance apart. Your feet are parallel, and then you're gonna walk back all the way into a downward facing dog. From your down dog, hinge forward into a high plank position, gaze down at one spot, and hold it here. Lift up the thigh bones, reach the chest forward. Spread the fingers away from each other and press down into all 10 knuckles. Wrap the tricep muscles back. 4 more breaths. Just hold. Tune in with the breath. Slow it down. Keeping the focus on you, on your breath. And then slowly and gently coming all the way down onto your mat. Alright, so now we're going to grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, you may have a towel. That would be perfect. Or maybe a shirt. Doesn't matter what you have. Something where you can bring behind your back. And what I want you to do, I'm going to rise up. You don't have to. What I want you to do, to grab that strap, that t-shirt, that towel, whatever you have, shoulder distance apart. So what you're not going to do, you're not going to walk the hands away from each other. You're going to keep the palms shoulder distance apart the whole time, all right? That's my first clue. All right, so we're going to come down onto the mat. Belly down, hips down. Press into the tops of your feet and grab that strap, towel, whatever you have. Make sure that your fingers are shoulder distance apart. Good. Now slowly lift up the chest and lift up the shirt strap away from your glutes. Now start to feel how your tricep muscles are turning on. Like they really engage just to lift that shirt strap away from the glutes. Now start to try to rip that shirt, rip that strap by pulling the shirt apart, but not walking the fingers farther away from each other. So your hands are still shoulder distance apart, but you're trying to break that strap shirt behind you. Pull it apart, really turning on the muscles onto the back, turning on all the muscles around the shoulder blades, your tricep, your bicep, everything is on fire, and slowly release it down. Keep the bind, the strap shirt behind you. Release the left ear down to the mat and gaze to the right. Bring your big toes to touch and let your heels to fall out to the side. Good, then come back to center. You still have that strap and shirt. Press into the tops of your feet. Make sure your hands are shoulder distance apart. Then lift up your chest. Make your elbows straight. Make the back of the neck straight. Now lift up the strap a little higher. Press into the tops of your feet. Keep the glutes engaged. Now start to break that strap, pulling the hands away from each other, but not walking the fingers farther away from each other. Squeeze that. Come on, lift the chest higher. Squeeze the space in between the shoulder blades. Really turn on those muscles. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release it down. Gaze to the left, right ear is down onto the mat. Get rid of your strap. Allow your shoulders to be heavy. Beautiful job. Good, and then slowly come back to center with your forehead. Press yourself up, back into a downward facing dog. Hips come high to the sky. Take 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Push the earth away. Gazing back in between the feet. Keeping those feet hip distance apart. Good job. Then inhale, lift the right leg halfway up. Just reach back halfway to the ceiling. Point the right toes down to the mat. As you exhale, pull the knee to your nose and round through the upper spine. Hold it here. Gaze forward. Step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Come up onto your fingertips. Now this is difficult. You can always grab 1 or 2 blocks. Frame your right foot with the blocks and create a flat spine like that. If you have 1 block, you can place a block in front of the toe and use that not to put all the body weight onto the block, but keep that block as a little bit of a help there to be able to lengthen through the spine. Good. The fingertips can be down onto the mat as well. And take a deep inhale. Lift up the left kneecap, lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, lift the arms up and away from the mat. Find a long spine here from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together. Wake up all those muscles onto your back we were just working on. Good, release the left palm down to the mat, or maybe gather a block around, place the left palm onto the block, then reach the right arm to the sky. Hug the right hip back into the center line, taking a deep inhale, twist and turn, exhale. Release the right hand down to the mat, release the back knee down to the mat. We're gonna come up into this crescent moon shape. So start to melt the hips down towards the mat. Maybe even you wanna walk your right foot a little more forward, so you have more room for that left frontal hip bone to open up, to sink down a little bit deeper. Good, now pull the belly in, lift up from your lower back and reach the arms to the ceiling. Feel that sinking sensation in your hips, feel that lifting sensation in your chest. Deep inhale and exhale. Now bring the hands behind your back, interlock the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades and start to slide the fist down at the back of the left leg. Gently press the hips more forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, maybe lift up your heart, and slowly release the grip. Straighten out through the right leg, coming into a half split position. Flex the right foot to the face, pull the right hip back into the center line. Now again, this is a great place, I'm leaving my blocks everywhere, but it's a great place to use 2 blocks to frame that front shin bone. So you can really use a nice flat spine. Your hamstring muscle runs all the way up into your lower back. So sometimes your tight hamstring causes you a ton of lower back pain. So this is a great posture to work on that, stretch it out by keeping the spine long. So the blocks are super great and super helpful here. Deep inhale, stay here. See if you can go just a little bit more forward with the chest and maybe drop the belly closer to the thighs. What's that? Good job. Rebend your right leg. If you have those blocks, just place at the top of the mat. Your right leg is forward, your left leg is back. Rise, lift up the chest, bring the hands to your heart center, and then cross the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Twisting your upper body. Now see if you can still keep the hips facing forward. So you're not turning the hips, not moving the hips. You're finding all this movement, all this twist coming from your waistline. Pressing the palms together. Now tuck the back toes under. Pause there. And then slowly as you can. Now how slowly you can lift your left knee away from the mat and come on into this twisted lunge. Press the palms together. 3 breaths here. With each inhale, find more length through the spine, all the way to the left heel, lifting the left kneecap away from the mat. With each exhale, guide your right hip back. Press the knuckles together and twist in your upper body. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose. Lower down, maybe your knees come down. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pause there for a second. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale your left leg halfway up. Reach back to the left heel. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the upper spine. Move slowly with the breath. Lift the left shin higher, gaze forward, and step the left leg all the way forward. Fix your hips, pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Either grab your blocks, place your hands, your fingertips onto those blocks to find that nice long line, or you bring the fingertips down to the mat. Pull the left hip back, lift up the right kneecap, make your spine long. Take a deep inhale, find even more length through the spine. Guide your left hip back, and as you exhale, fly those arms back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, awakening those muscles on your back, awakening the tricep muscles, all the muscles around the arm bones. Find that nice long line, deep inhale, guide your left hip back, stay here, exhale. Good, then slowly release the right fingertips down to the mat. You can grab a block, place a block underneath the right palm, guide your left hip back, and as you exhale, twist. Reach the left arm to the sky, open up through the chest with the reach of the left arm. Try not to put all the body weight onto your right palm. Lift up from the right shoulder. Good job, release the left fingers down to the mat. Put the right knee down, point the right toes back. Then rise up, lift up the chest, place the hands onto your thigh, onto your left knee. Maybe walk the left foot a little bit more forward or slide the right knee further back, but feel how you can sink a little bit deeper into those hips. Now you feel a beautiful stretch in the frontal right hip bone. With each and every exhale, let that soften all the way down to the mat, but in the same time, lift the energy up from the belly button and add those arms, lift the arms to the sky. Good job, bring the hands back behind your back. Interlock the hands, try to place the opposite index finger, the awkward index finger on top, and then slowly slide the fist at the back of the right leg. See if you can shift the hips a little more forward. Find that opening. Good job, slowly come on back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, release them down. Shift the body weight back. Come on into that half split pose. Blocks that I mentioned, beautiful blocks here. Really, really helpful. So first you want to find a nice long line from the left heel all the way to the left hip socket. Plugging the femur bone back into its socket, pulling the belly in, reaching the chest forward, keeping the spine long. Now flex the left foot a little more towards the face so you can feel that stretch in your calf as well. Breathing in and out through the nose. Of course, if you don't need the blocks or you feel like you can go deeper with the blocks, you can always adjust those blocks. So good. Good job. Rebend your right leg. Remove the blocks. Bring the hands to your heart center. Then twist. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press those palms together. Twist in your upper body. Now, while your right knee is down, start to feel how you can guide your hip to face more forward. So squaring the hips more towards the front of the mat. And then finding that twist from your torso, from the waistline. Okay, then first tuck the back toes under. Again, find the right alignment for your hips. Squeeze the outer hips. And then slowly as you can, start to lift the right knee away from the mat. And then making that right leg as straight as you can. Guide the left hip back and twist in your torso. Deep inhale. And exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. And exhale. Good job. Slowly release the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose. Lower down, maybe your knees are down. Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift up the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Rise up, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Side stretch, right arm down, left arm reaches up and over. Push the hips to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, all the way to the other side. Stretch out the right side, push the hips to the right. Come back to center. Go close the arms, open up through the heart, lift up your chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, or the halfway lift. One more time, fold nice and deep. Good, then this time come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, Sit down deep into your chair pose. Pull the belly in. Open up the arms a little bit wider so you can soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Turn the pinkies forward. Pull the belly in. Bring the arms in front of you. Plug the shoulders back into their socket. Turn the palms towards each other like you're hugging a block in between the hands. Then as you exhale, reach the right arm back. Left arm forward. But turn the right hip more forward and twist from your waistline. Come back to center. Hold it here. Pull the shoulders back. Then twist. Reach the left arm back. Right arm forward. Good. Bring the arms back to center. Lift up the arms. Exhale. Fly the arms back behind you. Turn the palms down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Drop the tailbone deeper. Pull the belly in. Exhale. Keep the bind. Fold forward all the way down. Uttanasana. Good. Release the hands down. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale. Fold in again. Separate your feet. Hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes with the index finger and middle finger. Lift up your chest. Reach it forward. Can you shift the body weight a little more into your toe line? So you're not pushing the hips back. You bring the hips right over the ankle line. Keep that length in your spine, and as you exhale, fold forward. Then start to use the energy in your arms. First, lift up the shoulder blades away from the ears. So create more space for your neck. Then push the elbows out to the side, turn in the bicep muscles, and really actively pull the upper body down onto your lower body. Awesome. Slowly release. Toe heel your feet together. Big toes to touch, heels to touch. And inhale, come on back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring the hands to your heart center, lean forward and twist. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together, drop the hips deeper down. So of course, if you feel you have a ton of energy, you can go into a side crow pose from here. You can fly the arms. If you go into side crows from the side, it would look like hands down, shoulder distance apart. Lift the hips high, hooking the outside of the right knee to the outside of the left tricep. And pick up your feet, leaning into your chaturanga arms. Wherever you are, hold it there for 3 more breaths. Beautiful job. Slowly release. Come on back to center. Feet are hip distance apart. Bend your knees a lot. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Point the toes back. Your toes are touching your wrist crease. Now lean forward. Reach through the chest. Feel that opening through the hamstrings, but feel how the core is super engaged. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your belly onto your thighs. Keep the bend of the knees. That is absolutely fine. But try to keep the connection in between belly and thighs. And then see if you can you lift the hips a little higher and maybe soften the backs of the knees a little bit more towards the back of the room. But without forcing, not aggressively pushing them back, just softly opening all four corners of the back of the knees. Lengthen through the back of the neck. So good. And slowly release. Bring your feet back together, big toes to touch, heels to touch. And come on back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Bring the hands to your heart center. Sit down deep. And twist. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. You can always place the other hand, the left hand this time, onto your lower back sacrum to make sure that you're not twisting into your lower back. You're keeping the lower spine, the sacrum, nice and long. Your knees are still in one line. You're again twisting from your waistline. Press the palms together and maybe gaze up to the ceiling. Here you have the option, flying the arms, maybe squatting down, going into that side crow. Hands are shoulder distance apart from the side. It looks like this. Hands are shoulder distance apart. You're placing the outer left knee onto your right tricep. Come up onto your tippy toes, then lean into your chaturanga arms. And pick up your feet. And hold. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Slowly release. Come back into your forward fold. Toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Squat down again into your malasana. You're gonna stay here in little malasana. You can go into your flying frog pose. You can go into your crow pose. Alright, so for crow pose, if you have 2 blocks. I'm gonna give you another option, all right? So you can practice squirrel pose onto 2 blocks. Your block's gonna go shoulder distance apart. You're gonna spread the fingers onto those blocks, walk close, place the knees onto your triceps, and lean forward and pick up your feet here. So as soon as your hands are onto those blocks, you're a little bit more aware of the engagement of the core and the shifting forward sensation. For some reason it's easier on the blocks, but your head is farther away from the ground, so that can be a little bit more intimidating. So that's another option. You can use a block underneath the forehead, basically, creating almost like a tripod, hands down, and your head is down onto the mat as you pick up your feet. And from here, you just have to be enough brave to lift up the forehead away from the block and gaze in front of that block. All right, so you have a couple options to practice. Good job. When you're ready, come on back. From your crow pose, if you like to practice, you can jump back into your low chaturanga and go through your vinyasa. If you were holding your malasana, step back and go through your vinyasa, or skip your vinyasa, come back to your downward facing dog. Good, then inhale your right leg high to the sky. This time point the toe and lift it higher and bend the knee. Circle the knee around a couple of times. And then as you exhale, pull the right knee to the left tricep. Extend the right leg out to the side. Then open it up. Falling star. Inhale. Exhale, release the left palm down. Reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Good, then turn the back heel in for warrior 1. And inhale, rise up into your warrior 1. Good job. Turn the left hip more forward and pull the right hip more back. And then see if you can keep the engagement in your torso. So instead of leaning forward and give it up on your upper body, can you squeeze the ribs towards each other? Can you pull the lower belly into the spine as you lift up the arms? And place the hands onto your hips. Straighten out through the front leg. Step the back foot in a little closer. Come on into a pyramid pose. Now, you can bring the hands behind your back and grab onto opposite elbows. You can do fists against each other, or maybe reverse namaskar. Looks like this. Palms against each other on the back. Good, now pull the right hip back, make your legs strong, lift up the right kneecap, and then slowly start to go forward, reaching with the crown of the head forward. Tuck the chin to the chest so the back of the neck stays long. You're not stressing your upper trap, the back of the neck. And then imagine that I place a strap. I'm going to show you. Place a strap around your hips like that, and I'm pulling your hips back and up. All right? Now take another deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold all the way forward. Try to keep that fist or palm situation onto your back. And of course you are rounding now through the spine, but your hands are there to remind you to lengthen out from that upper back area, that sticky upper back area. So good. Release the hands down to the mat. And then come on into full forward fold here. And again, blocks, amazing. Especially if you are tight in your hamstring, you can frame the front shin and then fold forward with the help of the shin. I can't really show you that, but like it looks something like that. Or the blocks can be even higher, and eventually you can get rid of the block and maybe go all the way forward into that forward fold. And you can also walk the fingers away from your right foot if you want to go into a deeper stretch. Good job. And then slowly bend your right leg, shift the body weight forward, come on into a standing split. Lift the left leg up. Again, blocks. Blocks are amazing. You can grab those blocks and use those blocks. You don't need the blocks, you don't use the blocks. Good. Maybe wrap the right forearm behind the right calf, lift the left leg nice and high. Feel that stretch, deep inhale. Exhale, pull the left leg all the way forward. Oopsie, coming into a one-legged Tadasana, lift the left leg up. Stand up, bring the hands to your heart center, and come on into a figure 4. Sit down, drop the left knee to the outside. Send the sit bones straight back behind you. Try not to send the hips to the left behind you, send them straight behind you, yeah. Now again, we can go deeper here, and again, those blocks, oh my gosh, they're amazing. So you can have these blocks, even to start on the toe height, but that's gonna help you to drop the hips deeper and keep the chest still long. And then from there, you can even go down. The blocks can help you to start to get into your arm balance. If your hands are not getting down to the mat yet, you can place the hands onto the blocks, make sure the blocks are nice and safe. And then hooking the left toes in, maybe you can lift up the right foot, and eventually maybe you can go into that full posture, lifting the right leg up. Good, slowly come on back. Lift the left leg up, one-legged Tadasana, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, left foot down to the mat. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back, go through your Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, left side. Inhale, your left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Circle the knee around. Extend the left leg to the sky. Cross it underneath the body. Bring it over to the right tricep. Then extend the left leg out. And inhale your right arm to the sky. Open up. Push the left palm to the mat. Lift up from the left shoulder. Release the right palm down to the mat. Inhale, your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through, low lunge. Set up the back foot for your warrior one. Turn the back heel down. Hug the left hip back. Pull the belly in and inhale, rise up, warrior one. So as you rise up into your warrior one, I want you to feel the connection with the back leg. As soon as you're giving up on that back leg, the back knee bends, your spine is dull, it's not doing anything. So reconnect with the back leg. Lift up the right inner knee away from the mat. Push the outer arch of the right foot down to the mat and spin the right hip more forward using the strength of the back leg. Then you're ready the arm. Deep inhale, see if you can sit down a little bit deeper. Keep rotating the right hip forward, pulling the left hip back. Place your hands onto your hips, straighten out through the left leg. And step the back foot a little bit closer. You're coming into your pyramid pose. Hips facing forward, shoulders facing forward. Your back foot is just like in warrior one position. Then you're gonna bring your hands behind your back, fists against each other or palms against each other, which is grabbing onto opposite elbows. Try to do the same thing what you did on the other side. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up the left kneecap, and slowly start to go down, just halfway. Keep the back of the neck long, tuck the chin to the chest. And again, imagine you have that strap around your hips and pulling it back and up. Deep inhale, exhale, go all the way down. If you need to bend your front knee to protect your hamstring, bend it. It doesn't have to be fully straight, but see if you can activate through the left thigh muscle, lift up the left kneecap, feel the energy, still feeling the energy in your feet, and feel all four corners of both feet pressing down to the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Good job. Release the hands down to the mat, grabbing those two blocks if you have them, or two blocks maybe, if you are two books if you have them, using them to go a little bit deeper, or maybe going all the way down to the mat and maybe reaching the fingers forward. Bring the forehead onto your shin. Good job. Gaze forward, shift the body weight forward, and come on into that half split pose. Using the blocks, we may be going into deeper position. Wrapping the left forearm behind the left calf, lifting the right leg to the sky. Engage your right glute. Good job. Now slowly, without touching the ground, you're going to rise back into one-legged Tadasana. Lift the right leg up. Inhale. Bring the hands to your heart center. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And then sit down. Now move slowly. Before you're going to sit down, move slowly. You're going to go straight back with the hips. So watch your hips want to go towards the left back corner of the mat. Don't let that happen. Send them straight back behind you. Straight back behind you. Good. Hands at your heart. And again, here you have the option to come down onto your floor with your forearms to your shin, or grabbing those blocks, keeping the spine long, or maybe using those blocks to go into that flying pigeon. 3 more breaths. And slowly start to come on back up. Lift up the right leg one more time. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Release the right foot down. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank position. Holding your high plank, keep your feet together. Right palm down. Roll over to the outer arch of the right foot and lift the left arm up. Lift up from the right shoulder. Now lift up the left leg, lift up the hips, bend your top leg and step it back behind your straight right leg. Good. Now see if you can safely, without hurting the right shoulder, twist your chest to the ceiling, coming into this wild thing. Good. Release. Come on back to center. Feet are together. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Lift the right arm high. Now lift up the top leg. Bend your top leg. Release the bent right knee behind the straight left leg. And see if you can safely, without hurting the left shoulder, open it up in your chest. Twist the belly to the ceiling. Good job. Come on back. Hands down to the mat. Go through an optional vinyasa. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. Now inhale your right leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips, or maybe if it felt okay, you can flip your dog here. Release the bent right leg behind the straight left knee and reach the right arm to the sky. Good job. Come on back to center. Lift the right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Drop the back knee down. Keep the left palm down onto the mat. You can always use a block and reach the right arm back behind you. Bend your back leg, capture the foot or ankle, and then gently kick into your right palm as you roll the right shoulder back. Good, slowly release. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Come on into runner's lunge. Stay here, lift the back knee away from the mat, and maybe come on down onto your forearms using a block. Maybe the block. Maybe you don't need the block and you can remove the block, being down into the forearms. You can always try to tuck the back toes under and lift the left knee away from the mat. Lizard. Good work. Slowly release the left knee. If you lifted it up, come on back onto your palms. And toe here, the right foot to the left edge of the mat. And come on into half pigeon pose. Reach the chest forward. Turn the left hip more forward, pull the right hip back, lift up the chest, and exhale, mat forward. Bring the forearms down to the mat, fix your hips, pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward, lengthen out from the spine, and as you exhale, maybe go all the way down. Forehead comes down to the mat, or maybe using a block. And place it underneath the forehead. Make sure you're softening the muscles around the neck, the upper trap, the space in between the shoulder blades. And softening the muscles around your jaw. Just re-engaging, tuning back to your breath. Just watching the inhales and watching the exhales. Slowing everything down, softening the body. No more resisting, just letting go. Beautiful, slowly come on back up. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the left knee and then inhale your right leg high to the sky. Go through an optional vinyasa. Maybe keeping that right leg lifted. And make yourself back, make your way back into a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Bend your knee and stack the hips. And if you felt okay, you can flip your dog here as well. And then slowly return, left palm down, left leg high. Step it all the way through into a low lunge. Good job. Now from your low lunge, drop the back knee down to the mat. Right palm stays down, maybe grabbing that block. Reach back with the left fingers. Open up through the chest. Release the back foot. Place both hands to the inside of the left foot, coming into runner's lunge. Slide your right knee further back to feel that opening in your left hip. in your left hamstring, inner thigh, inner groin is all softening. You can always go down onto your forearms, maybe onto the block, maybe down to the mat. Or by activating the back foot, lifting the right kneecap away from the mat, you're coming into that lizard variation. Good, beautiful job. Slowly release. Come on back onto your hands. Now we're going to toe here, the left foot back, all the way to the right side for the half pigeon. Stretch the right leg back, press into the top of the right foot, lift up the chest, inhale, exhale, melt all the way forward. Use the block underneath the forehead. Soften the muscles in between the ears, the back of the neck. And see if you can soften the muscles around the left hip to release all the tension. Slowly align the gravitation to open you up in your hip joint. Beautiful. Slowly rise back up. Place your hands down onto the mat, tuck the back toes under, lift the left leg high to the sky. Go into an optional flow if you like, keeping the left leg lifted or not. Back to downward facing dog. Release down onto your knees and then sit down onto your mat. You're going to open the legs all the way into Upavishta. And then just scatter the block around or the book around if you have them. You're going to go into a side stretch. So I like to use a block, bringing it to the inside of the right knee. Then you're going to place the right forearm down onto the mat. You're going to re-anchor your left hip down to the mat. And you're going to lift the left arm up and overhead. So you're constantly pushing the left sit bone down to the mat. And you're reaching the left arm up and over. So with each inhale, check with that sit bone and lengthen out from the spine. And see if you can go a little bit deeper. And eventually you may not need the block. You can slide your left elbow down to the inside of the right knee and reach up and over. And come on back up. Do the same thing on the other side. Block can be down, reaching up and over. Check with the right sit bone. It wants to lift away from the mat. Push it back down. Reach up and over. And maybe eventually you don't need the block. Remove the block and reach your right arm over the left leg. Flexing the foot, turning the toes to the ceiling, turning the knees to the ceiling. Good job. Come back to center. And if you have that block, I love that variation. Place it all the way to the base of your sit. And then slowly reach your chest up and over that block. If you're having a hard time just sitting upright in this pose, then just stay upright, placing the hands maybe behind you to helping your spine to get even longer. Yeah? So choose a variation for yourself. But make sure you're spinning the kneecaps to point up to the ceiling. So you're spinning the toes to face up towards the ceiling. Flexing your feet to keep the energy in the feet. And elongating from the base of the hips all the way to your heels. Good job. Slowly rise back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let your knees to fall out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Tuck the chin to the chest. And slowly with a flat spine, lean forward. Reach with your chest. Push the elbows into the knees. And slowly bring the forehead down to your toes. And start to feel that nice stretch in your inner hips, inner groins, inner thigh area. Beautiful job. Slowly come on back up. Now lift up your chest. So you're going to stretch the legs all the way forward. You're going to come into a Paschimottanasana. So you can again grab that strap, grab that shirt or towel, whatever you have, and wrap it around your feet. Now focus onto the spine the whole time. So instead of like how far can go rounding through the spine, how long you can keep your spine and bring a flat spine forward. Okay, that's going to be our practice. You can bend your knees as much as you need it, but you have that strap or shirt or towel, so you have a little bit more room here, all right? Squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the chest nice and open, and then slowly just start to pull yourself closer to your legs. Deep inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, exhale. One more time, deep inhale, exhale. So good. One more. Deep inhale and exhale. Now keep all that length and then go all the way forward. Maybe release the strap and shirt. Just allow the forehead to come down to the mat towards the shins. Beautiful work. Inhale, come on back up. Release the strap. Come on all the way down onto your mat. And if you have a block, bring a block with you. We're gonna go into a bridge pose or a supported bridge pose. So I'm gonna do the supported one. If you don't have the block and therefore you can't do it, do 3 rounds of gentle bridge pose up and down, all right? Hold your bridge for 5 breaths, come on down, 1 breath, and go back up. Otherwise, you're gonna place the block. Okay, I'm gonna start with the middle height. Place the block underneath the lower back sacrum, that triangle shaped bone underneath your, at your lower back, in between the hip bones, and place your sacrum down onto the block. Okay, just rest it there. So for me, it doesn't really do a whole lot. Therefore, I like to lift up the block all the way to the highest. But that could be too intense for you. So just try it out, make sure it's fine. It's not digging into your lower back. You don't want to feel any pain. You're going to feel a gentle opening and a gentle release, of course. Just hold it here. If you want, you can always stretch the legs in front of you. If you're doing your active bridge pose, make sure you hold your bridge for 5 breaths. Come down, 1 breath, go back, 5 breaths. Come down, 1 breath, go back, 5 breaths. Turn the palms to the ceiling if you're in this supported bridge pose, and just feel the beautiful opening for the entire frontal hip bone area. Three more breaths. So good. If you extended your legs, rebend your knees, press into your heels, lift the hips away from the block, remove your hips from the block, release the hips down to the mat, bring the soles of the feet together for your Baddha Konasana. Let your knees to fall out to the side, place your left palm onto your heart, the right palm onto your belly. Close your eyes. Just relax, rest. Take a moment to scan your body from the toes to the crown, making sure that every single part of the body is still relaxing. There's no areas where you're tensing for no reason. And let go of your breath control. And just tune in with the vibration of the breath, the rhythm of the breath. Turning on the feelings, the senses of the body, feeling the smell around you, the heat around your body, the temperature around your body. Listening to the sounds around you, tuning into all those. Then gently and slowly turn the head from one side to the other. Bring your knees together, hug the knees onto your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Good. Then roll over to your right side, bringing the right arm underneath your right ear. Gently press yourself up with the left hand. Come on into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center, sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose and gently let it out. Lift up the thumbs in between the eyebrows and slowly we bow forward, sealing into our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming, showing up this morning, practicing a little yoga with me. Hopefully you guys feeling great after all these yummy stretches. Please let me know if you have any requests for the next class. I am working on getting on lots of fun classes here, not just yoga, but other mindfulness and sustainability practices to this site, so we can all learn a lot. I'm gonna put these classes also on YouTube. If you wanna find them, they are on YouTube at Or7 Yoga. You can practice there with me. It was awesome to see you all. Bye, Kati. Nice to see you. Have a wonderful day, and see you guys either 4 o'clock at Yoga with Francesca on Instagram for a little live class, or maybe tomorrow morning for another yoga class here. All right, enjoy yourself. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.